Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Vicky here. Today I've got some more pin mail for you guys. I've got Pin Trader Delights, my first ever Pin Trader Delight, and it's a good one. I've also got some purchases from the Disney store and the UK online store, and I've got, what else have I got? Oh, I've got some fantasy pins as well. If you're new to my channel, then hit that subscribe button down below. I do a lot of Disney pin related videos, also Disney haul subscription boxes. There's loads of great Disney content on this channel, so think about hitting that subscribe button. Let's get into this pin mail then. A lot of this is already opened up because it was kind of part of a big parcel that arrived with lots of other stuff in there. So I'm going to start with the Disney store ones that I've got. Now, these are fairly new to the Disney store. You may have seen them on there yourselves, and they kind of come in these test tube glass bottles. Now, I must admit I'm a little bit disappointed by these. They were £8 or €10. I'm not sure what that is. I think that's about $11, I think. And these pins are tiny. They are actually tiny. They're smaller than you would expect a mystery pin to be, but we are paying a lot for them. I don't know if we're paying for the packaging, but I think these pins are way more expensive than they should be. You can buy rack pins in the parks for under $11, so to see £8 for this little tiny thing is disappointing. So Disney, you know, I think you should rethink the price of these pins. Also, there's a lot of excess plastic packaging in these pins, but saying that, the pins themselves are cute and I'm happy with the two that I've picked. I just think that they should have been a little bit cheaper, maybe even half the price of what we paid for these. So I ordered these online, so I didn't know how big they were until they did arrive, but I'm gonna get them out and show you the two that I picked. If I can figure out how to get into these things. Like I say, there is a ton of packaging on this. I have no idea how to, I'm just gonna have to rip this open. I've got some scissors somewhere. I'll show you the packaging first before I go ahead and ruin it, because although there's lots of plastic here, it is pretty. So let me show you. So we've got this nice white card with shiny silver elements on it. Looks very Christmassy. And then there's, I'm not sure if this is a glass tube. It must be plastic. I'm sure they wouldn't package things in glass. Test tube with a cork bung with a little pin in there. As you can see, I got the Up Adventure is Out There one, and it's on a little backing card as well, which matches the card around the test tube. And then it's in plastic as well, so the plastic test tube is inside plastic as well. So this is a little bit of a mission to get into, although the packaging is pretty. I'm not sure the added extra plastic was needed. And as you can see, look at the size of this card and how tiny the pin is compared to it. Let's get it open. So there's the test tube once you've managed to get it out the packaging. And I'm pretty sure this is plastic as well rather than glass. And here is the pin. So this is a really cute pin, and I do love the Up house pins. I'm trying to collect a few more of them, but you can see on the top of the balloons there it says Adventure is Out There, and then the house itself is kind of on a chain, a little dangling element on the pin as well. It does have the usual black Mickey head pin back, and that's what the back of the pin looks like. So there's no Mickey waffle, and it just says Disney 2018 pin trading, and then we've got the FAC number on the bottom of the little dangly house. So although a tiny pin, it is a pretty one. And then the second of the set that I purchased is this Lady and the Tramp one. I don't have any Lady the Tramp pins, but I think Bamboo looks a lot like Lady but with darker colouring. So Lady does remind me of my little puppy Cocker Spaniel Bamboo, and I think this pin is pretty cute. So although I don't collect Lady and the Tramp, this pin I couldn't resist. Again, it's very much on the smaller side. So I know everybody's trying to do their bit now with plastic, and particularly after I went travelling around South America, I was shocked by the amount of plastic I saw surrounding such beautiful scenery, remote scenery, middle of nowhere. Plastic gets everywhere, so I definitely am trying to minimise my plastic purchasing and plastic use, so I'm disappointed that Disney are using so much plastic in this packaging. But here is the pin. So there you can see Tramp and Lady. I'm going to get them out so you can have a closer peek. So although this is a tiny pin, it's actually pin on pin, or a dual lead pin as some people might call it, and it is a little heart, and it says together together forever. And we've got Lady and the Tramp looking very loved up there. I think this is a gorgeous pin, but again it is quite small. That is cute though. I'm really happy with this one. If I forget how much it cost me, it was so £8 does seem a little bit steep for such a small pin, but I guess that's what happens when you are addicted to Disney pins. You end up paying quite a bit for them, but this pin is gorgeous. I'm very happy with this one. So they were my 2 Disney store pin purchases. Next I have a pin that I purchased from eBay, and it is from the Pin Trader Delight series. Now if you're not familiar with Pin Trader Delight pins, these are pins that you can only buy from the Disney Studios store Hollywood. When you purchase an ice cream sundae, you are able to get a pin along with it. They bring runs of 3 out every now and then, and they kind of have these random drops of characters. Recently they dropped a character that I was unable to resist, so I now have my first ever Pin Trader Delight pin. They can be a little bit tricky to get hold of because they are, like I say, only sold in one place, and they are quite limited edition. So this one, it's either 300 or 400, I think they tend to be. But you will see when you see what this pin is why I had to have it. And yep, you've guessed it, I had to get the Captain Hook one, and here he is with a root beer float. So all of the Pin Trader Delight pins will have a character either with an ice cream or with some kind of frozen treat, or in kind of the more manly butch characters they tend to have like a root beer float like Captain Hook does here. I love the backing card on this as well. It's got 2 pin posts. Gonna get him off to show you the back as well. So although I had already opened this up, I hadn't looked at it closely yet, but look how great that pin is. I love this. Here's the back. So we've got the ice cream pattern rather than the Mickey waffle, which is typical of the Pin Trader Delight pins. So it's limited edition of 400. I am hooked on these. I'm going to be definitely keeping my eye out for more Pin Trader Delight characters that I love. I'm not going to go too crazy with the Pin Trader Delights. I'm only going to collect characters that I love, because there are quite a lot of them out there and they can get a little bit pricey. For example, they've recently done a Wreck-It Ralph one, and although I love it, I don't want to go down another hole of another side collection, so I'm trying to avoid the Wreck-It Ralph pins, although I am crazy excited about that movie. So here we have my first ever Pin Trader Delight Hook with root beer pin. Yay! And then my final parcel is from a fantasy pin designer called Kon Kon Studio. Now they don't do that many Disney pins. They kind of focus on manga and Japanese anime, so they do a lot of Ghibli pins. They have some amazing Studio Ghibli pins. If you are a Studio Ghibli fanatic like I am, then you will definitely love their pins. They have some fantastic ones. I have some already. I'm excited to see what this one looks like in here, and they've recently been bringing out some more. But not only do they do Ghibli pins, they do oh my gosh, they do Disney pins also. Oh gosh, that was difficult to get out. Right, so there is a Disney pin, a Disney fantasy pin in here, which isn't one of my main collections. In fact, I don't think I have any pins of this character yet. But this is an awesome pin, and I'm very excited to show you what is in here. I might actually give this as a present to my boyfriend because I know that he likes this character. So inside we first of all have a little postcard which says thank you Victoria, and I love the artwork on this postcard. This is kind of one of their fantasy pins that they do as well. It's kind of a little boy with a fish on his head. And then you can see their website up at the top there. We are konkon.com. What else is in here? So we've got a little business card as well with their details on there, so you can go and check them out. And an example of some of the pins they do on the back. Oh, I love this. I love it. So this is a sticker, and this sticker is from one of the Ghibli movies. So it's in the shape of a cat, but you can see that, I hope you can it will focus, it's got a nighttime scene printed on it, and down at the bottom down here you might be able to make out one of my favourite Ghibli characters, and that is Kiki the witch, and she has this adorable little black cat, and this sticker is so cute. I'm going to be putting this, I bought a new laptop and I'm looking for stickers to stick all over it, so I think I'm going to put this on there. And then we have my 2 pins. I'm going to show you the Ghibli one first. This is pretty cool. I think this glows in the dark as well. So one of my favourite, I mean I love all the Ghibli movies, but Totoro is a classic. It wasn't the first one I saw, I think Spirited Away was the first I saw. If by the way I'm talking about Ghibli and you have no idea what it is, you have to check Ghibli out. It's not as fantasy, well no it is fantasy, it's not as sugar sweet as Disney might be. It can be a little bit darker, but it's so amazing. The artwork is amazing. My dream job would be to work for them, but anyway, I digress. You have to check out Ghibli. I would recommend starting with Spirited Away as well, but this is from Totoro, and another great movie. So there is this character here, and how cute is that? So the characters, the Japanese characters down at the bottom spell out Totoro, and I think the white bit on his middle, on his belly, glows in the dark. This is a great pin. I love this. And here is Totoro off the backing card. He's very shiny. Loving, loving, loving this pin. But what I'm most excited to see from this package is this pin. Now, Halloween has passed, but Christmas is just around the corner, and this pin kind of fits into both of those. Like I say, it's a Disney pin, so you may be able to guess it's a Nightmare Before Christmas pin. I was so excited when I saw this on their Instagram. Let's have a look, let's have a look. Ooh, wow. I think my boyfriend is gonna like this one. So here we have Jack with a snow globe of, is it Halloween Town or Christmas Town? One of the towns. And again, this pin also glows in the dark. The design on this is just so creative. I love it. Wow. What a great pin. Let's get him off. So this is 2 pin posts as well. And just noticing as well on the back of the backing card, it says designed by. It's quite faint, so I don't think it's going to come out on camera. But on this line there's a little bit of a signature, so each pin is signed by the designer. There's their email address and there's their Instagram and Facebook if you want to check them out. And here is that gorgeous pin off the backing card. How amazing is that? This is so cool. What a gorgeous, gorgeous pin. And this is what the back looks like. So it says Kon Kon down there at the bottom. Love this pin. This might be my new favourite fantasy pin. It is stunning, although I might be giving this away. I'm not sure, we'll see. He doesn't glow in the dark just yet. I think I need to charge him up a little bit, but let me see if I can do that just now. Oh, it kind of worked. Struggling to focus though. But it is glowing in the dark. It doesn't really come out on camera that well, but that is glowing. So cool. So there we have it, just a little bit of Disney pin mail for you. My favourite I don't know, I mean the Hook PTD pin is amazing, but this fantasy pin is just unbelievable. I am loving, loving, loving this pin. Let me know in the comments down below what your favourite pin was, but also let me know what your favourite Ghibli movie is. If you haven't checked out Ghibli, I would definitely recommend either Totoro or Spirited Away to start with, but my personal favourite is When Marnie Was There. It's a bit of a tearjerker though. Although Howl's Moving Castle is another of my favourite, Grave with Fireflies, again, massive tearjerker. Be prepared for these if you know, bring a box of tissues if you're going to start with those ones. Anyway, I'm babbling, but let me know what your favourite Ghibli movie is down below. If you haven't checked them out, please make sure you do. Think about subscribing to my channel, which you can do here, and I will leave a link to my other pin mail videos down below. Thanks again so much for watching. I hope to see you all again soon. Bye guys!